Hey, welcome back everyone. Hattie here, back from a long hiatus, just to give you some of the best top tier gay character of all time, Sylveon, sent to annihilate straight people like Lucario. First, we're gonna wreck this game, and I pre-recorded this, so we're just gonna get right into it. And I want to get into the items right away, and I want to kind of talk about the build before we start playing, because this is just going to absolutely wreck. I'm gonna take this my fairy outfit for the day, but we're just gonna go for it, right? So basically we do Focus Band is the most important item on the set, aside from maybe Choice Specs. And then I just do Score Shield because you'll see in the game it allows you to do something really, really crazy, which is just get to level 4 and immediately become a god. So let's just get right into this game. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna post a build in the comments, or build, just the items I use. They're not even all the way level. I think Sylveon can do top or bottom path, or lane, sorry, equally well, but I like top path just because it's a little bit easier and there's less pressure, and then you can kind of run back to bottom path when you need that dreadnought for your team, right? And I always take Baby Doll Eyes first. Usually it doesn't matter what move you take unless you're like Ralts or something or Gibble and you take like Sand Attack. Don't do that. But for Eevee, I think that Baby Doll Eyes is much better because it actually debuffs enemy attack, and it gives you that sort of stat. Oh, what's it? It's just a better attack than than Swift, which almost always misses for me. So here I try to get a little cheeky, right? We're up against a Bulbasaur and a Squirtle, I believe, and I'm like, you know what? I see people do this all the time, and it usually works. You Score Shield a goal, and it's just easy, and then. And I was like, come on, like, let me get this. Straight into the godly OG beast, which is Mystical Fire Sylveon. I literally did a little twirl there, just show off my little fires. I'm about to get this guy too. There we go. And then that's that basically. It's GG once you reach level 4. This game was won at a minute in, but I'm going to show you sort of like what you're supposed to be doing in top lane, and sort of how I play. So essentially, you just want to, you could solo top lane. You will not be able to take Lucario until you get to level 4, and even then, you have to play really defensively against like certain other like top lane solos. But I find that Sylveon, especially once you get Draining Kiss, has immense durability with Focus Band. Focus Band, by the way, is just a really OP attack because if you, and here's me just kind of playing defensively, I sort of learned later on in this game that this Squirtle is absolutely terrible. I think this might be a bot, to be honest. Like, I've never seen someone play this poorly. Just like the rush into aggro, like you're still a Squirtle, buddy. Like you're against 3 enemies. But anyway, Focus Band essentially gives you a 42% HP recovery over 3 seconds. Here's a Bulbasaur was just hiding here. I don't know what the idea there was. Really did not seem like the best strategy given everything, considering his teammate just went down. He should have been guarding the goal. But, again, I don't think I was playing with the best players. I am playing online ranked. I'm in like Ultra 3, I think, which is or it might be Elite 1. I don't even know. It's the one right before Masterclass, right? So typically, these are good players. Sorry, there's a protest outside right now. Classic France. Always something interesting in Paris. So here I did something interesting actually. I missed out on the destroying that goalpost, and you're probably like, why? To me, I just knew it wouldn't matter. I saw that that the Talonflame's pre-evolution, I forget what it's called, had points to score. Essentially, it was going towards a goal. But it is usually very important just to destroy that game. Here, I am just demolishing. Look at how Draining Kiss tracks enemies. I think Draining Kiss has one of the best tracking of all moves. And something that I just really like about Sylveon is, also Absol terrifies me. So you're going to see me pop off my Unite move almost every single time against Absol because just I hate getting cheesed by those critical hits, especially like the Night Slash slow you down combo into, whatever that move is, Pursuit maybe, I don't even know. Psycho Cut into Night Slash is just so annoying, and it just does such massive damage. You see those crits, and you're just like, oh, I hate this. Basically, I'm just playing like not super offensively here, like keeping Mystical Fire up at all times. Draining Kiss and Mystical Fire have some of the best like following of all attacks, and essentially, like we just got the Dreadnought, so now I'm going back up to the path. Now you could have said that this was not a good idea, and actually thinking back on it, I don't think this was the best idea, just because if you look at what's happening, um, look, my teammate just got KO'd, and Absol was going for the Rotom, confusingly. I'm not really sure why you would try to solo Rotom there, but he's doing a lot of damage, so, you know, those crits, those freaking Absol crits. And like I said, I use my Unite move every single time on Absol. He tried to use it on me, but it just, I don't know what the heck that was. Maybe he tried to use it on Vespiquen. You know, Vespiquen, pretty big threat, pretty big meta. So here, I actually do something interesting, which is baiting the Rotom for the other team. So I do a few hits on the Rotom, not enough to take it out, but just enough to bait in these guys, who are now going to say, oh, he's distracted, he's fighting the Rotom, and then I say, no, you're actually going down. And here, again, I was playing really defensively. If I wanted to, I could have got that KO on Absol, but, you know, why risk it? This Venusaur was not playing well. And also, Solar Beam, Sledge Bomb, Ivysaur is new meta, actually. It's new meta. Everyone plays Petal Dance Giga Drain, and it's, you know, obviously very effective. But what about Solar Beam, Sledge Bomb? It's not good, but it's funny. This poor Eldegoss didn't have a chance. And actually, this entire team, I think I just go ham here. I saw Absol and I got scared. So I always just two things to note here too. When you're going up against a crowd like this, right? Sylveon is really good for CC. You'll find you get a lot of assists with Sylveon Mystical Fire because the way the Mystical Fire targets, you can set it to target the lowest health enemy. But even so, I find that it just kind of goes and picks a target randomly. You're not going to have 100% accuracy with like where you want to go. Here, I'm just going back. I didn't even notice Lucario actually. And then I'm like, you know what? I got you. Come here. Because I saw I had a 2-level advantage. I had 3-level advantage on him. And there, you can just see how quick the damage really racks up with Mystical Fire and oh, and here I got so scared. Mystical Fire and Draining Kiss. Again, just a note on how good actually the Mystical Fire is, because they had no reason to give you that leap with Mystical Fire, but it's so good. And then there's Absol trying to get a sneaky kill, but he can't. And then here's me. My teammate actually got the Dreadnought, which is fantastic. I didn't even notice that. I was too busy trying to 3-on-1 these guys, and I do it. Look at that. Oh, that's so sad, actually. Sorry, buddy. The thing is, when you're playing solo lane, you actually kind of have to play like a bully. You have to be defensive, but you have to be a bully. And what I mean by that, and here I'm just trying to get a little bit of experience, because it's 3-minute mark, I want to be at like at least level 13. You have to just really try to go for those KOs, and especially get the attackers first. Always get the attackers first. If there's a Snorlax and a Lucario, there is just a Lucario, right? Snorlax might do Heavy Slam, it might do you know, some shenanigans with block. It might even use its ult and sort of it just like falls asleep, Power Nap, which is a good move. It's really good. But Lucario is the one that's going to Bone Rush or Close Combat or something you into Smithereens. And same thing with Absol. I'm so afraid of Absol. I think that Sylveon has the potential to solo Absol, especially with the the level advantage like I have here. And if you keep your distance. But Absol is just one of those Pokemon that you think you're doing well against it until you're, and it will get that crit and take you out in a second. So you just have to play really defensively and really just zone it out. And again, that's why I like, I have no idea what Talonflame did ult there. That was, I mean, you're up against not even a Blastoise, buddy, and you were 2-on-1ing him. So that was just so silly to me. But then Talonflame makes up for it by getting the Rotom. And here I noticed something. I see there's 3 people here. I wonder if the bots are even going to notice. And then I forgot I was standing on the jumper. I didn't even want to jump, but I was like, you know what, I'll make my move. And then again, I ult. I literally ult on this Absol 3 times. And I would do it again, to be honest. I thought it was super funny. And then here I just, I don't really know what I'm doing, but you know, it's working for me. It's really working. And look at that damage. Look at that damage with Draining Kiss. Oh, brutal. 3 kill streak. So here, I actually don't think this was a good idea for the 2 of us to go after Zapdos. I only did it, I think, because Mr. Mime was already attacking it. But essentially, what almost happened to us in this game, we had a steady lead the entire game. And obviously, I never seeded my lane. I was soloing that lane like most of the game. But what happened, and look at Gengar damage, it's just insane. Even after the nerf, Gengar is just so OP, like I love it. I like it. But essentially what happened here is that Absol could have gone in and taken the Zapdos from us, and then it would have been a much more game. So here you go. We're about to see the screen. Just show us how brutally we bullied this team. And I do think they were playing with at least one bot, so that's really unfortunate for them. But you know, when you're playing ranked and you just want to get up the ladder, like you gotta do what you gotta do. Just some notes also on Sylveon recovery. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so bad. 19 kills, 5 assists. Usually it's inverse, right? Sylveon, you get a lot of assists, especially if you're with a team. And you're in those crowd control situations because your Mystic Fires and your Draining Kiss are just going to be firing off, like picking off like health on random people. But not always. Like in this case, I was soloing the top lane for a while. I guess Slowbro was with me, but Slowbro was just, you know, being Slowbro. So I was just getting a lot of kills, and I was getting some bot kills too, which we don't count those, but we count those. Just some closing notes on Sylveon, right? Is like after the nerf, everyone was freaking out. They're like, oh, like it's not good anymore. Like actually, I don't think anyone said it's not good anymore because its moves are still so amazing. But I never see Hyper Voice and I never see Calm Mind Run on Sylveon anymore. It is just really, really clear that Draining Kiss and Mystical Fire have so much more offensive potential, so much more longevity potential, especially Sylveon's ultimate is just delicious, right? Not because it does much damage. I think it only does 1500 damage at like level 15, which is laughable. But like, that's less than your Mystic Fire. But what it does is for a short period, I believe 3 seconds. When I try to play it, I try to count it out, and it's about 3 seconds, maybe less. You recover essentially all the damage that you do to opponents, right? You get an initial recovery boost when you touch down on the lead, which also deals damage. And then your next attacks, all your Mystical Fire, all your Draining Kiss, whatever, is recovering additional health. So you become like a tank, essentially. You're just like soaking up. You become a Venusaur, like a normal Venusaur, when you use your ult. Which is to say invincible. But yeah, I love it. And when you pair it with Draining Kiss, when you pair it with Focus Band, you are not getting taken out and you're surprisingly bulky, which I don't think anyone expects Sylveon to be bulky. They expect it to hit hard and be mobile. It's almost like a speedster support special attacker. You know, it's sort of like, it gives me like Ninetales vibes in the sense that it can be really support, but also just, it is so fast and it's so good. And then lastly, just a note on sort of like who you want to go up against, who you don't want to go up against. I just freaking run from Lucario. I play so defensively against Lucario. Absol too, I'm very afraid of. In this game, I bullied the heck out of Absol, but that's only because of our level matchup. Certain others, right, like Venusaur can just 1v1 Sylveon. And I think that's just more of a testament to how broken Venusaur is. But it doesn't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, you really need to play very defensively around Venusaur because it'll pedal dance you and actually outrun you, even if you. I've tried this where I Mystical Fired and like leap away, and then eject button, and Venusaur pedal dance actually still catches up to you, and then it can just Giga Drain and like whatever damage you do with Mystical Fire, it just heals it all the way back, even though Mystical Fire should drop its special defense or special attack, whatever. It doesn't matter. Venusaur just does not give a crap. Also, really fast characters that do a lot of DPS really quickly. Zeraora, I'm always afraid of, just in general. Like, I think it's just really good. Just stresses me out. And weirdly, Charizard. I find that I have issues playing around Charizard. I'm not sure why. I think especially its ult just makes it, it's a really good ult for otherwise not a great character. And I think that always catches me off guard. Yeah, and things like Snorlax, no problem. You can 1v1. It's gonna be a really slow match, right? Because you're both healing off that damage, or you're both kind of just like maneuvering around, and you can really maneuver around Snorlax. Yeah, essentially just pick a lane, go there, play defensive, and you'll catch your opponent when they mess up, and that is what Sylveon's all about. And I love this character. So please, Nintendo, do not nerf it again. Maybe nerf a character that actually deserves it, like Venusaur. Just kidding. If you're a Venusaur main, let me know because I want to add you because I actually want to assemble a team. But yeah, so that was my first Pokemon Unite playthrough video. And if you like it, if you like this, if you like the narration, let me know. I'm sorry about the audio. I double recorded the source audio, so you can probably hear that at parts. But I'm learning. And isn't this background cute? So, have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great life, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Howdy out.